And we are broadcasting from our new live studio. I guess first here on Periscope, and then we'll go over to Facebook Live, and then maybe over to YouTube. I don't know. We can, I think, make the whole circuit today. But let me just refresh here on the screen so I can actually see if there's any activity on the old Periscope. People might be busy today traveling. And I don't use Periscope that often, to be honest. But basically what I want to show you is a DIY solution for doing Mojo in a different way, and actually more of a studio environment, but actually anywhere you want to set it up. If you've got a couple of extra old iPhones, I happen to have a couple of extra old iPhones, and I wired them up here pretty cheaply to do some really high quality video production. So, I mean, you could set up a social studio for really cheap tests if you wanted to do social. And the funny thing is you can use iPhones, right? That's hilarious. So that's what we're going to show. It's like the complete iPhone solution. You're watching it perhaps on a mobile, and we will be broadcasting it to you from mobiles end to end. Oh, we got two people watching. Hey there. I don't know if I'll be able to respond in real time as if I'm using the Periscope app, because let me show you what I am using. Something that looks a little bit like this. Yeah, that's an iPad. That's my video switcher. I want to switch shots. I can just take different shots there. I can queue up myself. I can check the audio. I've got audio coming over pretty good. The program's looking pretty good. Yeah, welcome to the gear test. We're going to do a lot of these, I think, at the Smart Film School. And there's an old iPhone 4. It's working perfectly as a teleprompter here on a Parrot teleprompter. Attached to an old Canon EOS 550D, a great camera, hacked with the Magic Lantern. No problem there. Got a wireless coming in on that, permanently rigged up. Permanent teleprompter, so small. Look, I can just keep that set up all times. No big deal. That iPhone 4 wasn't going to do much work anymore anyways. If I wanted to do it with a live camera photo, I could put an iPhone back here and put the teleprompter on this lens setup, which uses a B-strip and a depth of field adapter. So there you go. If I wanted to have this also be a live camera, I could just move this rig over to here and put a phone in there and attach it as a camera source over here. And guys, here's camera one, iPhone 6 Plus. So that's it. You're probably wondering, what the heck is that you're holding there, Rob? Well, that's iPhone 6s Plus in an Osmo mobile rig. So there you go. There's the proof of concept. 1, 2, 3 iPhones, an iPad. Could be a fourth one if you wanted to bring it in on the old B-strip over here. I could attach a teleprompter there. I could attach a macro lens. Let's say my other camera wanted to be a macro shot. Well, I could use one of those Allo clips, put it on the old iPhone, or a wide angle lens and do a 2-shot. I could do a lot of things here in this little studio. And you know, this I guess isn't anything new for me. I've been building studios like this, it seems like, my whole life. It's just now gotten to this beautiful point where everything's miniaturized and I can recycle old equipment. So it means I can work with schools and people without big budgets and make this stuff happen for them. So I work a lot with NGOs. Like I did 7 years ago when I built the world's first newsroom studio, built completely around mobile journalism. Not just the kit, but the lifestyle. Here, take a look.
It took 1 year to build this state-of-the-art multimedia education center for journalism students in Tbilisi, Georgia, and it was worth the wait. Students working and studying in this new facility will produce reports and news packages for print, online, and broadcast. So what exactly makes this place so special? This multimedia center is unlike any other journalism classroom. It was designed for mobile media production from the very start. Inside these walls is the world's first Smart Media Lab. Every element of this space is designed to provide maximum flexibility in a studio learning environment. One unique feature of the Media Lab is that the control room, furniture, and even the walls can be easily moved to change the layout of the space to suit the needs of the moment. Lightweight portable sound booths allow students to record broadcast quality voiceovers from anywhere in the Media Lab.
We are working for our radio journalism classes. We are doing news program, and now we are recording voice. I think new technique is very comfortable because we are not disturbed with the extra noise.
A reporter's notebook for one student may be a laptop. On another day, it could be a video camera. Students will also learn how to produce audio stories for radio as well as live streaming video from mobile devices. Students at the Smart Media Lab will learn how to get the most value out of every piece of new technology. It took 1 year to build this state-of-the-art multimedia education center for journalism students in Tbilisi, Georgia, and it was worth the wait. Students working and studying in this new facility will produce reports and news packages for print, online, and broadcast. So what exactly makes this place so special? This multimedia center is unlike any other journalism classroom. It was designed for mobile media production from the very start. Inside these walls is the world's first Smart Media Lab. Every element of this space is designed to provide maximum flexibility in a studio learning environment. One unique feature of the Media Lab is that the control room, furniture, and even the walls can be easily moved to change the layout of the space to suit the needs of the moment. Lightweight portable sound booths allow students to record broadcast quality voiceovers from anywhere in the Media Lab.
We are working for our radio journalism classes. We are doing news program, and now we are recording voice. I think new technique is very comfortable because we are not disturbed with the extra noise.
A reporter's notebook for one student may be a laptop. On another day, it could be a video camera. Students will also learn how to produce audio stories for radio as well as live streaming video from mobile devices. Students at the Smart Media Lab will learn how to get the most value out of every piece of new technology.
So, yeah. It seems that some 7 years ago I started sketching out the technology package and the workflows, the whole idea, making mood boards, doing a lot of research on furniture design to convince the funders that, look, this mobile should be, now's the time. If you're making a new studio, you're bringing in new partners, make it all around this mobile lifestyle. Make it easy for people to work that way, support that behavior. It's I would love to say been widely copied by the industry, but no, not. Why? What's wrong with you guys? It's not that hard. It does take an effort, though, and it does usually take an opportunity like that to make magic happen. And those students and the people at Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty, were using that space as a live event space. I mean, the whole thing could be configured into events. 100 people get in there, live stream. Then you see at the time we were using Blackmagic, we were using some big Sony, BMW cameras, and tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And today, hello. These toys in new ways, even my old favorite toys from when I started. And so I think, to get started here doesn't take much. It does take a few bits and bobs. It does take a lot of care to get the lighting right, to get sound right. So as I've been debugging this system, the The lighting I've been working on over the last year, actually, because I want to be able to use it in a few different ways. I can change the black backdrop to a green if I wanted to go green or white or gray. Pretty simple. And yeah, this is, any questions? I don't know. There's 4 people there. Hey, 4 people. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't Periscope a lot. I'm pretty sure you couldn't hear me at all there because I had the, who knows? Who knows? You probably couldn't hear me when I was doing the Steadicam. That's one thing I got to watch as you're doing this, and I don't recommend you necessarily do this as a one-man band because there's a lot of stuff to watch there. In the audio view here, this is the Teradek Live app. It works really well. And you can go in between your shots editing. You can have overlays. Getting your settings set to high quality. Right now we're testing it at 1080p. That means that camera's going out at 1080p. This camera's punching out at 1080p. And the output here is set at 1080p. And it looks like I'm actually able to go over the target bit rate. You know, for 1080p, 5 kbps, 5 kilobits per second is a good solid, you know, signal. That means that on my network here, and that's kind of what it depends on, is also the internal Wi-Fi and then the Wi-Fi to the to outside, if you will, has to be pretty good. And I was getting 10,000 kbps on my Wi-Fi, so I know that I'm taking one camera shot, I can probably get half that is safe. Half that is safe. And you can see it floats. It does dip below. That worries you a little bit. It does dip below. But I can lock it in at 1080. I can go 25 frames per second. I'll look at this afterwards, and I think it's looking pretty good. But the audio, this is what I really did a lot of testing on. In my setup, you know, I've got this camera one for the talent sitting in the chair here. They can also go over here and read a script. We can record that. We can add it down to the editor as a clip, you know, like the show clip I showed you there. Or that could be a live camera if I just put if I had another phone to put up there. But you want the audio from camera one to run over every other shot. So when I switch shots, like right now, I'm on a camera 2 shot. Otherwise, the audio levels changed too drastically. It was too difficult to balance them. I tried it also with the iPad being the main source and putting microphone in there. I just come back, and then it was a synchronization problem, and I didn't want to sit there and fuss with all of the milliseconds to figure out, you know, do I need to have a delay, blah, blah, blah. It was just too much. So the simple solution is just put your mic on camera 1. And here's the key. Make it a wireless mic. So a wireless mic means I can move closer, further away. I can move around the studio. And I'm always going to be coming in on a radio. Here, let me show you what I mean. I've got a radio over here. So there's the receiver. So the receiver goes into an iRig Pro up to the iPhone 6, $30 face light from China, soft, not blinding the subject, very important, some shoulder pod, and basically everything runs on batteries. I don't need this microphone. That microphone is great, but it needs a really, really strong preamp for you to get that radio voice. So we're just doing this on wireless. That's a 12-year-old Sony wireless that I used from my A1U days. Sony A1U camera, great little micro camera for doing video journalism. We took that around the world. And look, now all this old gear is getting new life. I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier to be able to take an iPhone 4, an iPhone 6, things that I've long retired because of wear and tear and also just technology upgrades. And look, lenses from the past. You can get these really, this looks really expensive. It's not, guys. This is a lens that cost me 20 bucks on eBay. Yeah? It's a 55mm Fujinon. It's beautiful bokeh. This is just a depth of field adapter, so it's not too expensive. It attaches to the B-Script. Your phone goes in the back there. That's a little Manfrotto Pixie I got free at a conference. That's an extra H1 from Shoulder Pod. I could just unscrew it and put it up there and attach it to the Parrot. The Parrot's a $120 teleprompter. Attaches to any size camera lens. You put your phone in the bottom there, you get a Bluetooth remote. You're set. Really. Is it any harder than that? Do we need to spend hundreds of euros to learn how to do this stuff? No, you don't. It's right here. It's in Berlin. If you want to, you can come visit me. I'll show you how to work it out. But I think I just did. So, hey, any questions? I see some, I'm getting some hearts. That's awesome. Woohoo! I'm going to be doing some trainings in Singapore. On Singapore Press Holdings in a couple weeks. Next week, we're going to be in France, Paris, working with journalism students for 4 days to do video prototypes. I can't wait to show them this video because we've been able to get some Osmos now at my school there in Paris. And we've got some Osmo mobiles. We've got 8 teams of journalists going out. We've got to do design thinking to come up with new ideas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. I think now it's time to stop this and see how the playback is. And if it works okay, I'm going to run it over to the Smart Film School page. You know, we're not a group, we're public. So we are public and wide open on Facebook. So facebook.com/smartfilmschool. So no exclusivity. Yeah, because it's an open web. And this stuff should be widely known. So we think you do. We think we'll see you there. And I'm going to try and stop this transmission. Okay, yes, it's saying, do you want to stop? Goodbye. Happy filming.